Today for our game with the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Clemson Tigers. Greetings from EA Sports. I'm Brad Nessler, and alongside me are Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit. We hope you're as excited about this early season contest as we are.
Clemson has so many weapons on offense, and one of them is their outstanding wide receiver. This defense better not blink their eyes, because if they do, he's gone.
Now let's head down for the coin toss, brought to you by Coke Zero. We're ready to get this one underway as the teams are lined up for the opening kick. Kicks it off, and this game is underway. He gets out to about the 32-yard line. Now we'll get to see how this quarterback can do today as he comes out onto the field for the first time. They'll start at the 32. Single back set, 3 wide receivers. On the handoff, watch out. They'll bring him down around the 42-yard line. And that one goes for a big, big first down.
You know, every time you run the ball successfully like that, that defense starts to creep up a little bit. That's when you go to the air, my friend. Over the top.
Takes the handoff inside and stops him.
Makes the tackle. Gain of 2 on the play.
It's 2nd and 8. Ball on the 44-yard line. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Oh, he had a shot at the pick. That could have been a big play for the defense.
Yeah, even though he had a good shot at picking it off, it's still a heck of a play to force the incomplete pass.
They come out with 4 wide out. He's at midfield. He just couldn't juke the defender, and he's brought down. Solid gain, guys, but short of the first down.
Yeah, that was a nice gain. Although it didn't get him the first down, it gives him a little bit more confidence in moving the football against this defense later on in the game.
Pretty good hold there to bring up the 4th down situation.
Looks like they've decided to go for it here. Ace backfield. Got a man. Watch out here. Tackle made around the 39-yard line. Not a bad pickup that time.
Yeah, let me tell you the reason why this play worked. The defense came with pressure, but they couldn't quite get to the quarterback. And he made them pay right there.
Ace backfield. And he's taken down around the 33-yard line. A nice 6-yard gain by the tailback there. It's 2nd and 4. Ball on the 33-yard line. From the gun. Option. Gains his way to the 19-yard line. So they go on the ground and pick up another first down.
Yo, nice run and good job to keep the chains moving.
They are stringing together a nice little drive here. If they keep this up, it'll be hard to keep them out of the end zone.
They'll work the right side. Nice tackle made there to bring him down. They get about 5 yards from the halfback. It's the 9th play of the drive. It's 2nd down. New running back now into the backfield. Going to the end zone, and it's coming back out. He has some room. What an interception by the quarterback.
I love it. A defensive back with soft hands. This kid can play.
First and 10. Ball on the 21. They come out in a goal line set. Give to the tailback. And they make the stop around the 27-yard line. The running back gives them 6 on the ground. They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down. They line up in the jumbo set. There's an injured player on the field. It's 3rd and 7. Ball on their own 23. 5 DBs on the field. He's going to try and scramble. Batted away. Nice play by the defense to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, instead of going for the interception, they did the safe thing, and that was just to tip it away.
He really got a hold of that one. Calls for the fair catch. The quarterback threw an interception on their last drive. Let's see if they can be more successful here.
That interception really hurt their last drive. They were moving the ball really well down the field.
Turnovers are so frustrating. I still don't think the last one was the quarterback's fault, but they need to avoid giving the ball away.
Stiff arms, but he can't break the tackle. The halfback picks up a yard.
This kid's a real physical corner. He has no reservations about coming up in run support and putting a lick on a ball carrier. I love that.
Second down and 9 to go. One man backfield. Straight in the middle, and he meets the defense. Gain of 2.
And the ball carrier wasn't getting away from that tackle.
No way. That was a spectacular hit by the defender.
And they swap out the running back now for this next play. Here's the give. There's a very impressive open field tackle. And that'll give him another first down.
Excellent job there, Brad, of running the football. That was good execution by this offense.
First and 10. Ball on their own 43. Defensive line is in tight. Backup tailback checks in now. Let's see if he gets some action.
That was a great diving catch by the receiver, Kirk.
Yeah, it wasn't a very good pass by the quarterback, but this guy can really make some spectacular catches when he has to, and this was one of them.
The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. They'll keep it on the ground again. They bring him down in the backfield. And he couldn't go anywhere on that run.
Nah, he couldn't go anywhere because there was no place for him to run. The defensive front got a good push and knocked that offensive line backwards.
The backfield's in an offset I formation. They give to the tailback. He's tackled at the 37-yard line. This guy just made those 10 yards look easy. And so it's another third down upcoming here. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Fires out to his wideout.
I talked to this receiver earlier in the week, and he comes up to me and says, "Yo, Coach, you're going to be calling my number this week. I'm going to make some big plays."
Well, he wasn't lying. That was definitely a big-time play.
4 wide. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. A 2-yard run by the halfback. And so we've reached the end of quarter number 1, and we're all tied up.
At the end of the first quarter, the score is tied.
It's the 9th play of the drive. It's second down. They line up in the shotgun. Shoved out of bounds at the 18-yard line. That last pass was good for maybe 5 yards.
Not a bad play. They gained 5 yards out of it. Keep moving the defense back.
This defense is looking to make it 3 straight trips to the red zone without a single point. He's got it with room to run. He tries to juke, but they bring him down. How many times can these guys get it on 3rd down?
Hey, they're putting together a heck of a drive, and those are the kinds of plays that will eventually get you in the end zone.
This quarterback has such confidence in his receivers that I don't think he cares what down it is. They're going to make the play for him.
Yeah, we got an injured player on the field. Here's the 12th play of the drive. 2nd down. They're packed in tight on the line. They hand it off. Brought down just outside the goal line. 3-yard gain by the running back. Another 3rd down upcoming, and they've converted all 3 this drive. It started with a student section. Now this whole place is going crazy. Hands it off, in for the score. Nice run and a score by the halfback.
And a nice call by the coach there. Just give it to your main man anytime you're near the goal line.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Kicks it off. Gathered in at the 6. Looks like we've got an injured player down there. Can't tell who it is yet. They'll take over at the 20. They line up in the jumbo set. Gives it off, and they get him in the backfield for a loss.
This is picture-perfect defense by this corner. Great job of providing run support.
Yep, he wasn't fooled at all by that play, and he really did well to stop him short of the line. Scrimmage.
It's 2nd down now and 13 to go. Ball on their own 17. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Now he's scrambling. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. He's tackled right around the 34.
This is a nice run for the 1st down by this quarterback.
1st and 10. Ball on the 34. They come out in a goal line set. To the right and tackled immediately. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
And that was an excellent tackle. He used perfect form to bring the ball carrier down.
They line up in the jumbo set. Gets the ball here and brought down in the backfield. That'll be a 2-yard loss.
Loss of 2 on the play.
3rd down and 10 coming up. Ball on the 35. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space.
Fumble. They were very lucky on that one.
A little sloppy here with their ball handling. It's a good thing they were near the sideline. Otherwise, the defense could have pounced on that football.
There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. And he's brought down at the 22-yard line. So on 1st down, they go to the air and pick up huge yardage.
Kirk, it looked like to me the defense just fell asleep on that play.
Well, that was just a well-executed play. They picked the perfect time to stretch the defense with a passing play, and it worked.
To the right and tackled immediately. They'll get 2 on that one.
It's a good run blitz by the outside linebacker there. They shut down all the holes and kept this halfback from gaining many yards.
And we got some fresh legs in there at tailback. Run left, and he's taken down in the backfield. Nothing gained on the play.
No gain on the play.
They'll line it up again on 3rd down. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Scrambling around. Runs with it, and he's got room. And he's pushed out of bounds, setting up a 1st and goal. 3rd down has been the charm on this drive.
So it's been all about execution. When it comes to calling the right play at the right time, they've been able to do it here.
1st down, and they are very close to tying this thing up. They line up in the jumbo set. Tackle around the 3-yard line. He barely got it past the line of scrimmage that
1
time.
yard gain.
And the defense had great pressure there. They blitzed the middle linebacker, and there were no holes for the halfback to run through.
Let's see if they try to pound it in here. Both teams have their goal line sets on the field. He's taken down at about the 3-yard line. So at the most, he gains a few inches. The offense is down by 7, so this is a very big 3rd and goal. They're on the 2-yard line. Gets a snap, and here comes the defense.
He really got in there. There wasn't anything stopping him from getting the sack.
These guys love sacks. It makes their stat sheet look locked up.
This should be an easy field goal. This will be about a 29-yard field goal attempt. And it's good.
I like the fight those guys showed going into the half. They're going to need to keep that going because this is shaping up to be a really close one.
I think you're right, Coach.
That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And it's off. Oh, what a hit. 6 points and a pretty display of passing was a result of their last drive. Kirk, do you expect the defense to take a different approach here?
When this quarterback is on, he is on. It already seems like whatever this defense is trying just isn't working. But maybe if they add just a little bit more pressure, they might be able to force him into a mistake.
And down he goes around the 49-yard line. And that was the 2nd time he's been picked off in this half.
I can tell you as a quarterback, you never want to throw any interceptions at all, but most of all, you want to avoid throwing picks early in the game.
Why is that?
Because it gets you out of your rhythm early. And once you're out of your rhythm, bad things start to happen to your offense.
Deep ball, laying it out there. Tipped away. Well defended that time.
You're right. Great job here by the defender playing the ball, keeping his balance, and getting in the way of that pass.
They come out with 4 wide out. Now he's scrambling. Long ball, right side.
Hey, this guy's got to forget about the drop. Remember, he was in good position to make a play.
Hey, that's a good call, Kirk. He should just forget about it.
Going with the shotgun here. Can't find anyone open. He heaves it deep. Can't connect.
So another incompletion, and that'll bring up fourth down.
The defensive secondary has been awesome on this drive by not allowing the quarterback to complete any passes.
Yeah, and the quarterback's been off a little bit as well. He needs to regain his confidence a little after that showing.
This is a pretty controversial call. I really would have expected them to punt this ball. Drops back to pass. He's on the run. Looking for his man, incomplete. I wonder why they went for it there.
Well, me too. It's still early in the game to have to gamble like that. You have to question the play calling there that puts a lot of pressure now on their defense.
They'll take over at the 49. It's 1st and 10. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. He's going long. Intercepted. So they come up with another interception.
What is it, Kirk? 4 interceptions?
It's only been 3, but it sure feels like a lot more. This defense has really exposed the weakness of this offense today.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 46. I guess he'll throw this one as far as he can and hope for a miracle. He gets rid of it. We've got a great game here, folks, as we reach the end of the first half. Our score here at Razorback Stadium: Clemson 7, Arkansas 3. We're ready to start the second half as the teams are lined up for the kickoff. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And he's tackled at the 27. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll go to work at the 27-yard line. They line up in the jumbo set. They work the right side, and there is nothing going there. He gains a couple of yards on the carry. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. And he's tackled right around midfield.
Now, the passing game is a lot easier for a quarterback when 2 corners aren't in coverage. I respect the gutsy call on the defensive side to blitz both corners, but it left them too vulnerable against the pass.
Run play, and he'll lose yards. And the defensive end comes up with a big play.
Boy, he's quick as a cat, no question. He got tremendous penetration and was able to wrap him up for a loss there.
There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He scrambled. Completes it across the middle. Tackle made right around the 42-yard line. So they pick up quite a few yards on that play, Kirk.
Well, that was an excellent route, and he did a great job of holding on to the football.
3rd down and 2. Ball on the 42. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. It's a pass on 3rd and short. Heading for the corner. He's tackled at the 37-yard line. Well, everyone was covered, so he took it himself for the 1st down.
I really like a quarterback that isn't afraid to tuck it in and run.
This guy is fearless. He'll put his head down and take a hit, too. He doesn't care.
Goes left and tackled in a hurry. They'll get 2 on that one.
Gain of 2 on the play.
2nd and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 35-yard line. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Quick throw, incomplete. Wanted his receiver.
I know that ball was overthrown, but did you see the zip on that pass? Woo!
The defense is in the nickel. Can't find anyone open. Quarterback's going to run it, and he's got room to work. Tackle around the 20-yard line. They just keep moving the chain.
Bit by bit, my friend. It starts with the short pickups on 1st and 2nd down, and then you get the rest on 3rd down. In the process, you start to wear the defense down, and that's when you break the big one.
He'll get it again. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 3 yards there on the play. 10th play of the drive. Second down. And we get a new man in there, running back. He scrambled. Now he's going to run, and watch out. What a play, and that is first and goal.
Quarterbacks who can run the football really change your entire defensive game plan.
They're crowding that line of scrimmage. Brought down at the 2. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
3-yard gain on the play.
It's second and goal. Ball on the 2-yard line. They come out in a goal line set. They go to the back, and he's hit immediately in the backfield. And that was not a good call offensively.
Nah, not a good call, only because they lost yardage. I'll tell you, I've seen plays like this where the tailback breaks one and goes for a touchdown.
You're right, Lee. You can never tell.
He's scrambling.
That ball should have been picked off.
This quarterback had too much faith in his arm that time.
Well, that confidence almost led to a change of possession. His man wasn't even close to being open.
And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Arkansas to kick. And this one's away. Gathered in at the 6. At the 40. Across midfield. He breaks away, and this could be 6. He's going to take it to the barn. Touchdown. That was a big-time return.
Woo! Did you see some of the blocks on that play?
Yeah. This special teams unit feels like it can score any time.
Can you blame him?
Nope. Not after that return for a touchdown.
And he converts the extra point. Clemson gets set to kick this one away. Kicks it away. He'll return it from the 6. At the 40. He's tackled at the 42-yard line. 3 points was the result of their last drive as the offense heads out for another.
On that last drive, they took the ball deep out of their own territory and moved it up the field.
That was great offensive production. Everything really came together for them on that last drive.
Runs left, and everybody got to him, a host of defenders. I'd say he got 1 or 2 feet on that try.
Came with a good blitz from the edge here and disrupted the blocking scheme with this run.
Yeah, Kirk, the blockers weren't able to hold their blocks long enough for the back to get free. Good stop there.
He's scrambling. He's under pressure. There's some daylight. Down the sideline. He's all the way. Touchdown.
This kid is the real deal. Are you sure he won't be kicking extra points too?
I'm not so sure, Coach. One thing I am sure of, though, if he works hard and keeps improving, he could be playing at the next level one day. Now you got to wonder if you're going to see a 2-point conversion. It'll be an interesting call either way at this point. We're only in the third quarter.
You'd be better off throwing the ball here. If you can roll out and buy some time, it could be an
Here we
easy
go. They'll try to
conversion.
tie it up right here with a 2-point conversion. They'll bring in their dime package. He drops back. Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. And they won't get the 2. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away. Kicks it off. Heading for the corner. He's to the 20. He makes it out to maybe the 36-yard line. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 36. Backfield in an offset I formation. On the handoff, watch out. He got hit hard. 9-yard pickup.
9-yard gain on the play.
It's second down and 1 to go. Ball on the 45. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Throws complete. He's got space to work. Looks like there's an injured player on the field. First and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. The D-line pinches down. And a new halfback checks into the game. Complete. It's the junior. A good 10 yards on the pickup. Second down and around 1 to go. Ball on the 26-yard line. Looks like the defense is only going to pressure with 3 linemen. They go with a run, and they'll get him in the backfield.
Wow, that was the cornerback who got into the backfield there. How about that for some run support?
Well, when you've got a guy that can cover receivers and come in and make big hits in the running game, then you know you've got a special cornerback.
This guy can cover like a corner and hit like a safety. That is something special.
End of the third, and we've got a tight one. Our score here at Razorback Stadium, Clemson 14, Arkansas 12. So it's third down now, and they're going to need about 4. From the gun. He steps out around the 23-yard line.
Pretty good-looking first down there, Kirk.
Well, it was third down, so they obviously had to get to the sticks, and they did just that with this little pass play.
First and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line. The defense is waiting on the pass. They're in the quarters defense. And down he goes at about the 19-yard line. So the draw to the halfback picks up 4. Second down, 7 yards to go. Ball on the 19-yard line. Their last trip down here was a success. Let's see if this one will result in another touchdown. It's broken up.
I think the defensive lineman rattled the quarterback a little on that play.
Yeah, anytime you can put the quarterback on the ground, or in this case, bat the ball at the line of scrimmage, you're letting your presence be felt. Believe me, that quarterback is aware of the play of the defensive front.
This crowd is almost shaking the stadium. Here's the option. Slides down. They'll be stopped before they reach the first down marker.
Now that was some real hard-nosed defense. Way to bring up fourth down, guys.
And he got it. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks it off. He makes it out to maybe the 30-yard line. So, fellas, what's your attitude at this point in this game?
I think it goes without saying that this is a very critical possession.
A touchdown would give them the lead, and a field goal would put them within striking distance.
They have to be thinking about getting the ball into the end zone because it's getting too late in the game to be thinking about field goal.
They brought the middle linebacker on a blitz, and the quarterback got the ball out of his hands in time for a first down.
They come out with 4 wide out. He's scrambling. And they got it.
This defensive end caused all kinds of problems on that play.
You have to keep an eye on this guy, especially during passing situations, because he does a great job of getting to the quarterback, as we saw right there.
Scrambling around. Throws off balance, and it's intercepted. Inside the 30, to the 20, to the 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. And just like that, they make it a two-possession game.
They really took the pressure off themselves there. That was a great return for a touchdown, and it gives them some breathing room on defense.
Yeah, this offense has a lot of work to do now. They're really going to have to fight to get back in this ballgame.
And he hits the PAT. So with less than 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, our score, Clemson 24, Arkansas 12. Clemson is lining up to kick this one off. Here's the kick. He's tackled at the 27-yard line. We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
In the long run, this team will be all right as long as they can avoid those types of turnovers.
Yep, it's no coincidence that the teams that win the highest turnover margin are usually the teams that are top of the BCS standings year after year.
10 on the play.
Second and long. Ball on the 17-yard line. They'll work from the shotgun. Now he tries to buy some time. He decides to run with it. In and out of his hands. That looked like the same play they just called.
Yeah, it was. The defense was ready for it this time.
We've got third and long here. Ball on their own 17. And we've got a new man in there, running back. He's scrambling. Trying to loft one long. He's got a man wide open. And he's taken down at the 41-yard line.
Don't go away yet. This game is not over.
Coach, this is just an incredible pass and catch for the huge gain. These guys will not go away lightly.
It is late in the game, but they have more than ample time to get two scores back on the board.
Got his man. Can't tack on any yardage. They rolled the pocket left, and the quarterback made a nice completion there.
That's a good completion. They didn't get the first down, but they picked up about 7 yards.
Rolling out to the right side. Brought down at the 32. They need to do a better job of managing the clock here.
You're right, Brad. Not only was that a horrible play in terms of yards picked up, but also, as you mentioned, in terms of all the time that may be wasted.
They'll bring him down right around the 18-yard line. They just couldn't get to the quarterback in time.
It's one of the things that can happen if a defense brings extra guys to rush the quarterback. The offense will have favorable matchups to get the ball downfield.
And this kid is talented enough to see those receivers. It's not easy to get the ball past those big bulldozers when they're flying right at you.
Gain of 4 on the play.
It's 2nd and 5 here. And this is the 8th play of the drive. 4 wide. He drops back. He rolls out to the left. Now he's going to run, and watch out. Big play, and it's 1st and goal. They move the sticks after another first down.
Impressive drive by this offense so far. I really like what they're doing by keeping this defense on their heels and moving the ball downfield.
Throws to the halfback. Touchdown.
They did exactly what they had to do there, Kirk. They put 6 points on the board, and now they have the lead.
Yeah, but with just under 2 minutes still left on the clock, there's a lot of time for momentum to swing in the other direction, Coach. This is still anyone's ball game.
He makes the PAT. So with less than 2 to go in the fourth quarter, the score is Clemson 24, Arkansas 19. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. There isn't much time left. This isn't what you'd normally see here. He sends it off. He's to the 20. At the 40. Across midfield. And he is gone. The 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown. And I think you can see by now why many people call him one of the most exciting players in college football.
And that's twice now this guy's taken it to the house. Coach, I don't know if they could stop this guy if they put trenches in the field.
The only way they could stop him if they just stopped kicking him the football. This kid is miraculous.
And he converts the extra point. So with less than 2 to go in the fourth quarter, the score is Clemson 31, Arkansas 19. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Kicks off. He's to the 10. Across the 30. Tackle at the 36. Coach, Herbie, what's your take right now?
At this point, I think this game looks like it's out of reach, Coach.
Nah, not so fast, Kurt. It's only a 2-possession game, and these guys won't give up. A quick score, an onside kick, and another quick score, and we're talking about a completely different situation.
The defense comes out with 5 defensive backs this time. They got to him as he was throwing that time.
He's lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Either that or sacked. I don't know how he got rid of the ball.
It's second down and 10 to go. Ball on the 36-yard line. And when you make plays like these, young men, you end up being named the Russell Athletic Player of the Game. Wants to go long and does. The defense now has 2 interceptions in the game.
And what a nice interception that was.
I think there was a miscommunication there on the offensive side of the ball. I think maybe the receiver ran the wrong route. But regardless, still great play by the defense.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 29. Backfield in an offset I formation. And down he goes at the 35. About 6 yards on the play.
Gain of 6 on the play.
So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Single set backfield. Option left. On the pitch, look out, loose ball. That might turn out to be a big turnover.
Excellent job by this defense to get in there and force the fumble. That couldn't have come at a better time.
Yeah, because they needed 2 scores, and they needed them quickly. Let's see how they respond with the football now.
They'll go to work at the 26-yard line. First and 10. The defense sets up with 5 defensive linemen. This one's going deep to the end zone. Tipped down.
Even a fingernail is enough sometimes to change the trajectory of the ball and break up a pass.
Looked like he got a little bit more than a fingernail on it.
Even better than that.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. He's scrambling. Going for it all to the end zone. And he was looking deep on that play.
Let me just say one thing. They are definitely not afraid to put the ball in the air. That time, they were lucky it wasn't intercepted.
5 DBs on the field. He scrambled. He launches one for the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, this secondary has to feel pretty good about locking down the receivers on that drive.
It's 4th down, and the offense is getting set to go for it. They line up in the shotgun. Batted away. And they're going to have to give the ball back after going for it on 4th and long.
Not much you can do there. You got to go for it and give yourselves a chance.
You aren't going to convert many 4th downs against this defense. That's a really good stop. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 26. 3 wideouts here. Here's an option, right side. And he's taken down at the 35-yard line. The offensive line got a really good push there, allowing the back to pick up 9 on the play. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. And so that's going to do it. Our final score in this one, Clemson 31, Arkansas 19. Kirk, any final thoughts here as we take a look at our Pontiac game-changing performance?
I'm not surprised at all. Arkansas is not a bad football team, but they don't have the killer instinct that it takes to knock off some of the better teams they face. I saw a team out there today that wasn't playing to win. They were playing not to lose, and that just doesn't work.
Well, that does it for this presentation of NCAA Football 09. For Kirk and Lee, I'm Brad Nessler. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.